I think that it's a mistake for people to copy what I do. I think that everybody has to find their way. And this takes me to this idea of recipes. People want, how do you do it? How do you do this? How do you do that? The answer is, you have to find your own way that works for you because everybody's different. But people think that there's one way to do something, and there isn't. And that's what's happened with our society of, there's a rubric, but there isn't. And every Foley artist will tell you that. There are some conventions, like coffee grounds for grit, but it's art. The more you realize that it's your way, and you're going for what sounds the way you want it to sound, and that's it. That's what you're doing. You're not trying to do it the way someone else does it. You're trying to find the sound, and you're doing it the way it works for the way your body works, and the way your mind thinks, and the way your sound works, working within conventions the way you need them to work. But if I were to tell you that the main Foley artist in France is completely different in the way he works, and he doesn't do anything the way anybody does it. Sometimes he will tape a microphone to his shoe and walk that way. If I told you that the guy that did all of Sergio Leone's films, that his son does a lot of stuff outside, I mean, you know, how can we say that we know how to do it? That just seems wrong. So one of the things that I've learned interviewing all these people that do Foley all over the world, and I haven't interviewed everybody, but I've interviewed enough to realize that it's ridiculous for us to think that we know how to do it. We only know a way. So you should just try things and be adventuresome and see what works. That's the fun of it. That's what art is. And you all do it differently from each other. This is a collaborative art, but it's the kind of collaboration where you have to think about who comes after you. So you can't think just about what you do. Who comes after you and what do they need? It's not about you. It's about the work. If you can keep that in mind, then you shouldn't ever be doing too much. You have to know who you're working with. You have to develop what you're good at. You have to know what you're good at and what you're not good at. You have to be experienced, and there are no rules. It's art.